Welcome to Take It Personal, solo cast, just with Will. We're going to talk about LIV Golf and money. Why chasing a big payday can sometimes be a huge mistake. So I was looking up the Masters payout a few weeks ago, trying to remember what the winner takes home, and I got surprised by the number, $4.5 million for one tournament. It's 4 rounds of golf. Then I started wondering what LIV Golf pays, and I realized I couldn't tell you where to watch a LIV Golf event if someone put a gun to my head. I follow golf. I sometimes write about sports for a living. And though those guys, they've just disappeared. They've disappeared from the world entirely. That invisibility is the thing, not the lawsuits, not the Saudi money, not the format wars. The fact that I, someone who pays attention to sports in general, stopped seeing these professional golfers without noticing it happen. That's what I'm here to talk about today. The signing bonus isn't just wealth creation, it's acceleration. And when the track ends, acceleration sometimes is the last thing you need. When LIV launched in 2022, the contracts were genuinely staggering. Phil Mickelson reportedly took $200 million, Dustin Johnson $125 million, Jon Rahm, who joined in 2024 after swearing he would never do such a thing, landed somewhere around $300 million when you include signing bonuses and equity in his team. Brooks Koepka got $130 million, Bryson DeChambeau, $125 million. And if you know about the Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau spat, and I do believe that spat is the best way to describe that, those numbers mean something. That $5 million difference, people have definitely talked about it. These numbers come from reported figures and agent sources. LIV and the players don't confirm them publicly, which, if the deals were as clean as advertised, you'd think they just might. On paper, this is the move. Certain money now, massive money. Money your grandchildren will be annoyed they have to manage, which I honestly would be perfectly happy to manage that money myself. Granddad, if you had left it to me, thanks, rest in peace. Rational people take this money. I'd take this money. The problem isn't the money. The problem is what the money was actually buying. In any high-value career, sports, entertainment, the corporate world, there are 2 kinds of money. Enterprise value is what the career generates over time. In sports, these are rankings. This gives you sponsor leverage, major invitations, bonus pools, compounding credibility. It's not guaranteed, but it's structural, meaning it feeds itself if you stay in the system. This is like way back in the day when we had pensions. This is nowadays if you can get equity in a company, it builds over time and the value builds, but you got to stick around. LIV offered maximum present value, and by pulling players out of the PGA ecosystem, it systematically dismantled their enterprise value. Not maliciously, just structurally. Rankings collapsed almost immediately. Taylor Gooch fell from 35th in the world to 476th. Cameron Smith, who won the Open Championship the same summer he signed with LIV, went from 2nd to 50th. Dustin Johnson dropped from 13th to 266th. LIV events didn't earn OWGR points for years, meaning players weren't ranked. They just didn't get rankings anymore. So that has value, right? Sponsors read the room fast. RBC dropped Johnson, KPMG, Amstel, and Workday cut Mickelson. UPS ended a 14-year relationship with Lee Westwood. These weren't symbolic gestures. Top-level hat and shirt deals at that visibility level can be worth $5 million a year. Lose 3 years of those, and the signing bonus starts doing math against itself. Meanwhile, the PGA Tour, in direct response to LIV's threat, raised its purses dramatically. The sponsors paid $11.5 million total in 2021. This year, it paid $22.5 million. That's double. Well, almost double. The Tour Championship carries a $40 million purse now. Signature events run $20 million. There is now $450 million in total prize money availability on the PGA Tour in a single season. Every year LIV players were gone, the pot they couldn't touch actually got bigger. And then there's Scottie Scheffler, who stayed. In 2024 alone, Scheffler made an estimated $104 million. Prize money, FedEx Cup bonuses, endorsements combined. Rory McIlroy leads the PGA Tour's all-time prize money list now with over $107 million. Just in official earnings, not counting sponsor infrastructure underneath. Here's what I have to be honest about. This argument doesn't land equally across all 54 players. For guys like Charles Schwartzel and Taylor Gooch, players who are solid but not elite, with limited sponsorship upside and modest PGA earnings, LIV was probably a genuinely good deal. Gooch made more in 4 LIV seasons than his entire PGA career. Cameron Smith made $68 million in LIV versus $9.3 million in his full PGA career. For them, the signing bonus wasn't an advance against future earnings they'd have to give up. It was a windfall that exceeded what the PGA trajectory realistically offered. So the framework splits at the top. For elite players with major sponsors, infrastructure already in place, LIV was an accelerated exit from the compound machine. For mid-tier players, it was a legitimate financial upgrade. That's the first question. Is a signing bonus always worth it? Or does the answer depend entirely on what you are already building? The second question is sharper, and it's happening right now. Brooks Koepka left LIV in late 2025, a year before his contract expired. He wanted back on the PGA Tour, and the tour let him in under a program specifically designed for his situation. And the terms of re-entry were not subtle. Koepka forfeited 5 years of equity in the PGA Tour's player equity program. He was excluded from the FedEx Cup bonus pool entirely for 2026. He made a $5 million charitable donation at the tour's request. The tour's own estimate, Koepka could miss $50 to $85 million in potential earnings, one of the largest financial repercussions in professional sports history, by their accounting, just to get back in the building. And Koepka was the easy case. A 5-time major winner who kept a low profile during the war, didn't publicly antagonize the tour, and found an exit from his contract before it expired. The window the tour opened for LIV returners closed February 2nd, 2026. Only 4 players qualified: Koepka, Rahm, DeChambeau, Smith. And Koepka was the only one who took it. The tour has explicitly said that window was not a precedent, which means the second open question is this: what happens to players still on LIV if the league goes under? I'm not making this up too. There are a lot of things going on right now, a lot of chatter about issues with LIV. At the time of recording, multiple outlets, the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, The Athletic, they've all reported that Saudi Arabia's public investment fund will not continue funding LIV after 2026. The league's CEO sent a memo to staff insisting the season continues full throttle, while simultaneously confirming funding only exists through the end of this year. Players and vendors reportedly haven't been paid. LIV executives are, per The Athletic, seeking life rafts out. If it folds, those players, the ones who didn't qualify for the return window, the ones whose contracts ran out after a league that no longer exists, have no obvious landing spot. No PGA Tour status, plummeted world rankings, sponsors long gone, and an organization that has told them in plain language that it is not in the business of creating more precedents to let them back in. The LIV situation is a stress test for a decision most of us face in some form. Do you take the certain large upfront number, or do you stay in a system that compounds slowly and rewards you over time? The signing bonus always looks like the win. It's concrete, it's now. Enterprise value is abstract, future tense, conditional on things you can't control. So you take the money and tell yourself you earned it. Sometimes you did. For the Gooches and Schwartzels of the world, maybe LIV was exactly what it looked like. But for the players who already had the compound machine running, the rankings, the sponsors, the bonus access, the major prestige, the signing bonus was an advance against an income stream they then voluntarily walked away from. And the re-entry toll is what you pay when you realize the machine kept running without you. Perhaps this move for Brooks Koepka will look like an absolute genius take. Maybe he got some sort of heads up. Maybe he's just good at math and understands how corporate funding works. That is the trade LIV offered. The money was real, the checks were enormous, but the visibility disappeared. And in sports, visibility is not just attention. It is leverage, it is rankings, it is sponsorship, it is legacy. LIV did not just buy golfers away from the PGA. It bought their present value and quietly stripped down their enterprise value.